Good morning, everyone. I don't know if any of you have had this experience before where someone at your work is just the absolute favorite of the boss. Always bringing the boss gifts, always kind of sucking up and, doing that whole bit. So they're the favorite of the boss. But then at the same time, they're an absolute jerk to all of their coworkers or anyone below them. Or perhaps we've met the person who is a delight to have at dinner, but then turns around and has disdain for the waiters and servers, treating them poorly. So why do I mention this? Because of how St. Luke speaks of Zechariah and Elizabeth. He says, both were righteous in the eyes of God. St. Ambrose tells us, for not everyone who is righteous in people's eyes is righteous in God's. People have one way of seeing and God another. People see externals, but God sees into the heart. It can happen that someone seems righteous because his virtue is false and is practiced to win people's approval, but he is not virtuous in God's sight if his righteousness is not born of simplicity of soul, but is only simulated in order to appear good. The goodness of Zechariah and Elizabeth, then, is a model for each of us to follow. Zechariah, even though he doubted God for a moment, accepted the consequences and continued his work in the temple. He not only talked the talk, but walked the walk, and this is hard in today's world. We often want to appear good in the eyes of others, to be liked, to be favored. We learn to say the right things and make ourselves, just look good. All the while, anger and rudeness and vileness come out as soon as all eyes are off of us. My brothers and sisters, it's important then that we be honest in our dealings with others, that we have integrity of character, that we practice virtue in all aspects, every moment of our life, that we'll really strive to live out those virtues, to live out the gospel, not just to look good to others, but so that we are truly good and righteous in the eyes of our God.